and Pete and David here, and we're going to ask the regular questions. If you've done anything since the last Scrum, what was it, and what do you plan to do next, and is there anything blocking you? Would you like to go first, Pete?
Yeah, okay. I met up with Brian yesterday in the evening, and we talked about Cordelia, and we decided to make more progress on the in-browser editor that we're developing for that project, that we're going to make Thomas and myself the clients for that epic, so that we can get through the stories a bit quicker and get them accepted. We also talked a little bit about the licensing model that we're going to use. Brian is keen on getting some kind of wording that that will get Cordelia a bit more publicity if the software is ever taken up and reused by an educational organization. So he's going to do some research on the different open source licensing approved by the Open Source Initiative.
So the question is, which license would get you more publicity?
Yeah, which would require anybody downstream to show that the software came from the Cordelia project, and perhaps provide a link back to that project.
Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So it just requires you to show authorship, but you want it to be required to be shown in some kind of public way.
Yeah.
So if they're on a website, yeah, probably the a Pharaoh one is probably the only one. It may be too restricted, but it's the I don't know how they index them. This is it. Licenses. Popular licenses.
Yeah, if you go to all approved licenses. There's one there,
this one, yeah.
Attribution Assurance License. Oh, this one.
That's quite obscure. Yeah, this is the one that requires people to make their website open source. If they use your software on a website. Because normally attribution is only required if somebody's distributing the software, so it'd be required open and so on. But this requires you to say where it comes from if you're running a website using the software. But you said there was another one requiring attribution. Let's see. Attribution
assurance, but that requires some kind of GPG signing of the binaries, which doesn't really apply in this case.
And it only relates to redistribution. So if somebody's making a website with the software, it doesn't matter. They wouldn't have to say anything. So yeah, the Pharaoh one is to try and stop people taking open source CMS or web apps
and taking credit for it.
Yeah, take credit for it. Yeah.
Well,
stop them making changes and not passing changes back, but making the change
open source,
to the community. Yeah, so it's quite strict because well, it's much more strict than GPL, for example.
I'll have to look into that.
Probably the strictest one here. Not that I know everything that's on here. There's a lot of pre-lists.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Okay. So plans today. Just working on a little bit of JavaScript as well. Putting together that multiplication tables practice app that I'm going to try and write from scratch again with my girls as part of their Informatica studies. See how that goes.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Pardon?
All right. That's good. So, they sound quite young to be starting on JavaScript.
Yeah, I might be.
They're going to be,
A little bit, but we'll try it and see what happens. If nothing else, then
So you're going to be working with them rather than pairing with them rather than directly.
I'm sorry, David, you're breaking up.
Oh dear, my problem there. You're going to be pairing. I should stop saying my thing in the background. You're going to be pairing with them rather than pairing remotely.
Yes, I'll be pairing with them. Well, I've built most of the app myself, and then I'll keep that to one side and try and guide them through building the little JavaScript app themselves. At the moment, I'm just trying to refactor it so that it's as simple as possible. So we have less code to type.
All right. Is it something you listed in the past?
Pardon?
Is it something you've published in the past?
No, I just started it yesterday.
All right. All right.
I
Good.
will put it up on GitHub.
Right.
Apart from that, no, there's nothing blocking me really. Brian and I did talk about the Slack, migrating from Skype to Slack, and he says everybody at his workplace hates Slack with a vengeance. And they all use this other tool that I posted about on Skype.
Yes, the hip chat.
The Atlassian hip chat, which is a little bit cheaper for the paid tier, but very limiting. It only allows you 5 users on the free tier. So, I don't know.
Yeah, and since we're hoping to build something scalable for EduChat, it might not be the thing unless they're willing to donate something to Berkeley or to edX.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Right. Okay. The only things that I've been working on recently that might be interesting are the that I let's see. There's no feature file in here, but I got the feature mode running on here so that you can have syntax highlighting and so on in Cucumber feature file on Emacs, on my Emacs. So hopefully that will be running available to anybody that downloads my Emacs setup from GitHub. And I've been finding out about scalable vector graphics, which is one way of doing graphics in HTML5, and the animations that go with them. Because there was a nice tutorial posted by somebody down in Bristol, a meeting I couldn't make last night, and so I ran their little animation. So I'm bugging it, trying to figure my way around it, but I might drop that to do some more relevant pairing after this.
A nice SVG animation framework is D3. Have you played with that?
No, I've heard of it. Yes, for doing things like visualization of drawing graphs and maps and things.
Yeah.
Very JavaScript heavy framework, isn't it? And yeah, this is one of the things that she recommends in there. So it's D3. Yeah. Okay, so have you used it yourself, D3?
Yeah, I've done a couple of tutorials in it, and I actually put a little climate graph into production site. I'll send you a link to that.
I'll stop the broadcast there.
Okay.